In today's video, I'm going to show you what a day is like when going from lean to shredded, and I'm going to explain it all and break it down for you. Alright, so welcome to the video and hope you're all doing fantastic. Hope you're all smashing it. Hope you're all working on a craft, dominating every day and challenging yourself harder than you did last time. But before we jump into the main topic of the video, let's weigh ourselves. 77.9. Also, it's been a while, so I'm going to show you what my physique looks like. Whoa, amazing. I got to the point where everything basically just tastes amazing. Every little food item tastes fantastic. It's like walking on the grocery store and I'm seeing an apple and I really want to smash that into my mouth. Woo! Boom! Not to be all cliche or something, but the weather is fucking amazing. You know, Bergen, it's the nicest city in the world when it's sunny outside. And now it's probably like 25 degrees Celsius. Sun's out, guns out. That's why we're getting shredded, right? So even though that is getting hard, that doesn't mean that everything else is gonna slow down and shut down in order for you to ease your diet. That's not the case. You still have to get your daily errands done, and for me, I'm going to paint this wall. This is my mother's house. Help her out with some painting. So yeah, it's good because it is activity called NEAT. It's non-exercise activity thermogenesis. It's basically activity which is not exercising, but it's still burning calories, which is a good thing. So I'm not thinking about burning calories, but I am. I'm thinking about painting this wall. So that's what we're going to do at the moment. So, little physique update, and this is probably the leanest I've ever been. I think I'm around probably like 11 to 12% body fat. I'm not striations yet, I'm not the veiniest yet, but I think give me a couple of more weeks and I will definitely hit single digit body fat percentage. And that is the plan for our shoot, which we are going to have on July the 1st, trying to get to single digit body fat and look as sick as possible. Alright, so the topic of the video was how to get from lean to completely shredded. So getting lean, to me, that's very easy. I think that to get lean is very easy. That is something I think that everyone can do, because just to get to that lean level, like 12 to 18% body fat, you don't have to like shred like crazy, you don't have to diet like crazy. You can be very flexible and you can do it in your own pace. But getting like competition shredded and single digit body fat, that is way harder, and it requires a lot stricter diet, and it requires you to be a little bit more aggressive, and it requires you to be in a little bit more of a discomfort. But getting lean, everything you need is a little bit of knowledge and a little bit of patience and structure. Getting lean like 13 to 18% is healthy. It's a good thing to be around that body fat. But getting shredded is not healthy at all. So, how do you go from lean to shredded? The short answer is just more of everything, less calories, more activity, push the weights in the gym a lot more harder, which is a lot harder to do when you're on lower calories. You will have shitty days, you will have shitty times in the day, you will just, overall you move a lot less because you have less energy, and it's just harder to push in the gym. But to get shredded, my biggest tip is allow yourself enough time. Body fat percentage you think you are, you can pretty much add 2 or 3% upwards, because it will require a lot longer time than you think. Patience is key, and yes, you can speed up fat loss to some degree by lowering calories even more, but It is diminishing returns as deeper you go. As you get deeper, you want to keep calories at as high as possible as long as you get progress, because you want to maximize performance in the gym, because they are getting harder and harder, so it's even harder to push yourself. So prioritize overall performance in the gym and overall well-being. That is key. So basically you just need a little bit more time than you think. And that's been my case for a couple of years now. I've been cutting down every year for 6 years, and I've not really been like crazy shredded. I've gotten lean, but I've still probably had like 6 more weeks to diet in order to get to that crazy shredded level. And even this year, even though I'm pretty lean now, almost kind of getting into that shredded area, I still think if I were to step on stage, I would probably not be ready until mid or late August. Alright, so how's my macros? So my macros currently is around 1600 calories plus cardio. Yeah, that's low. But the only way is down. So if I'm used to eating 1600 calories or somewhat in that area, the only thing I can do is either push that lower. Once your body is getting used to be at a certain level and you have lost a couple of pounds of fat, the only way to lose more fat is to further decrease your calories or increase your activity level. And since I am a lot less active now, especially now it's in that corona period, my activity levels have been quite low. And probably this has been a diet where I eat less calories. A good piece of advice is to, before you're getting shredded, you should definitely know what you're up against. Especially if it's your first time, otherwise it would just become unbearable. It would be so much better to plan for it and to make sure that it goes as easy as possible instead of just jumping into it and try to take it all on, because this will not be easy at all. So the first thing is that all the good workouts, they will disappear. It will be longer and longer in between those like sick workouts where you can really push yourself. The performance in the gym will take a huge hit and you have to try to push it as hard as you can. You may have to adjust your food when you're eating according to when you're lifting in order to get the most energy in the gym. Because the more strength you keep, the more muscle mass you keep, and that is part of the goal, isn't it? And this is especially even much harder now that the gyms are closed. Hopefully by the time you're watching this video, gyms will be open and it will be much easier to train at the gym than home. And it will be much easier to push through and much easier overall to just keep your muscle mass. Another thing is insomnia. Sleep is something that I've been struggling with the last couple of weeks, because not only are you hungry all the time, especially in the evening, I've tried to adjust my food to later into the day so that I'm not as hungry, but as lower as you get into the diet, you really can't. You have to prioritize more of the daytime instead of the nighttime in order to function at work and your workouts. So because of your hungry and because of your hormones are just completely out of it, sleep will take a huge hit. And sleep is essential for overall recovery, and a study from 2010 showed that sleeping only 5 hours compared to like 8, that resulted in 50% less fat lost and 60% less muscle mass kept. Another thing is that some people tend to get easily annoyed when they're trying to get shredded. I am a little bit different. I don't get easily annoyed. I'm just like completely tired. I'm just completely tired, and whenever people try to talk to me, I'm not really there. I'm not really hearing what they're saying. I'm just like, I'm not taking in what they're saying. And when people ask me for information, I have to really concentrate and think like twice or 4 times. And if you're getting annoyed, you have to be aware of it yourself, and you have to remind those around you that you care about. Of course, it's not an excuse to be a completely dickhead, but they should be like kind of cool with it, and they should know that it's only the diet, but in the end it's not an excuse to be a completely dickhead. Another thing is that some people tend to get like erectile dysfunction, like their dick literally stops working, and sex drive is something that will completely disappear for most people. I'm not shredded yet, so I've not experienced that yet, and that is something you gotta be aware of, because that's an important thing, especially if you're in a relationship. And what I've noticed is that I tend to get really clumsy. Like, this is the 3rd time in a row that I cut myself when cutting lettuce. Like, literally, I get so clumsy, especially right before I make food, because I'm so hungry and I'm so out of it, so tired. I also tend to like completely forget things very easily. Like when someone asks me, how old are you? I really have to concentrate and really think hard. And what you have to keep in mind is that overall things are starting to suck. Diet, you can't be flexible anymore. The foods are getting lower and lower and lower in calories, and you have to do more and more cardio. You are starting to feeling more crap and more crap. Currently I am starting to get like these crappy days. I can still manage where I get the shitty period of the day. So I just move that period from away from my work and away from my workouts. But I have to take that a little bit of period and hours in the day where I just feel like complete shit. So luckily I can still manage where I feel it and tailor it to where it fits the best. I know this sounds very crazy, but that's what it really takes to get shredded. And this is what you have to know. This is only when trying to get to that shredded look, that kind of competition stage ready. If you're trying to get beach ready and look good on the beach and just have some abs and look great on festival, you don't need to do this. The diet you have to go on then doesn't have to be as painful. It shouldn't be. The diet you should go on should be flexible. You should eat good food and you shouldn't feel crap. So overall, just be patient, allow yourself enough time, and plan for the tough times, because they will come and they will be hard. And everyday things like errands and family stuff and work stuff still has to get done. And your diet to get shredded is no excuse to not perform in those other areas. So make sure to get everything, your everyday life, in check as well. Your diet is not your life. You should tailor your diet according to your life, and which is much easier to do when you're just trying to get lean. But once you're getting harder, once you're trying to get shredded, you almost have to just like suck it up and just be completely fine with being hungry and feeling crappy. So yeah, that was my tip from getting lean to getting shredded. So enjoy the rest of the video. I normally don't buy from Gymshark, but I saw this one and I love the color, and it was literally just 20 bucks. So that's way too cheap to not go for it. So I bought this one, but it is a muscle fit, so ideally you would probably go one size up for my normal size. I definitely could have sized up. It's a bit tight in the arms. I like it a little bit looser, to be honest. Don't want it too tight. It's all good. It's just 20 bucks. So yeah. So every personal trainer that works at where I work at Fit Factory, we're all gonna gather together at a Zoom meeting. Hopefully the gym will open on Monday. We haven't got that confirmed from the government yet, but hopefully it will. And we're now gonna plan out how we're going to open. Fingers crossed, because there will be a lot of planning, a lot of challenges. How we're going to do it, all the precautions we have to take, and the last thing we want to do is just to further spread the infections and get the infection rates up again, because the infection rate has been quite low lately, which is good, and which is why they probably will open the gyms. Can't wait to see everybody again. It's been a long time since we last spoke, and the last time we spoke with every personal trainer, that was also on Zoom. So I haven't seen them in real life in probably 2 or 3 months now. Alright, so meeting went well and I cannot wait until the gym opens, but also getting back clients as well. It's gonna be a lot of work, getting back old clients, and that's not something that's assured. Also gotta get out there to get new ones. We don't know how the market's gonna be. Either people are dying to get back to the gym, or people are going to hold back because of the financial kind of crisis that's been going on with effects of the COVID. So both challenging and exciting times ahead. I'm a bit nervous because this is something it's an uncertain future, but income is dependent on it, and no clients means no food. But damn, I am so excited to get back on my craft. So hopefully the gym will open on Monday. Just finished my cardio, 45 minutes, done. I think I'm gonna wrap up this video here. It's a good time to wrap it up. Just But first, just look. It's beautiful. The camera doesn't do justice of how beautiful it's outside. The funny thing is that even though it's getting harder and harder into my diet, I'm feeling shittier and shittier. At the same time, it's getting quite easy. I'm so close to my goal. It's not long enough. It's so short until finish line, and the results are popping almost daily, weekly, and yeah, so it's kind of contradictory. It's starting to get more challenging, but at the same time you look better and better, and you kind of just manage to push through just because the results are so good. And hopefully the gyms will open on Monday. It will make the diet and overall training so much easier and so much easier. So we will be ready at July 1st for a photo shoot, trying to look our best, get as lean as possible, and possibly prepare me for what's to come next. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.